Devil's Advocate here. Now, the video that I have for you today is, guess what? It's unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, more election fraud type information. There was another tidbit of information I was going to put in regarding actually like video proof that counterfeit ballots was being brought in from China, but I'm going to make another video on that one. I want to make it a separate video. But this one is linking an article that for some reason I'm having a very hard time pulling up in basic Google search. I tried DuckDuckGo, I tried Google, but here's the interesting part. When I put it in my browser on my computer, I can't. When I try to search it through the browser on my computer, I can't get it to come up. But when I search through specialized browsers on my phone, then it comes up. So I don't know if that's just like a user error, or if it's being like, I don't want to be like too conspiracy theorist about it. I just want to assume that maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. But on my browser, it doesn't come up through. So this one at the top right here, this Republic.li, News for the Republic. That doesn't come up on Google searches, and it doesn't come up on DuckDuckGo if I use my desktop to search for it. But if I use an incognito search engine through, what was it? God, it's not DuckDuckGo. Come on now. Here we go. Give me a minute, because I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't know what. It's slipping my mind right now. It's the one that uses a damn freaking cryptocurrency token. Brave. Oh God. When I use Brave, then it comes up that way. Anyways, so this might come off like I am going down a conspiracy theory rabbit hole, and I probably am, because I have no way to prove anything I'm about to say right now. No way to prove at all. I'm just using keywords and I'm linking things together, okay? Again, I apologize for I got my Invisalign in, so I'm kind of like lisping or something now, or something, I don't know. But so this on this Republic.io, I just want to read a couple of things off of here. All right, release the Kraken, a phrase used by Sidney Powell when she first promised the nation to expose the harsh reality of election fraud in the 21st century. The phrase was trending on Twitter within minutes, and pundits nationwide have speculated about what it truly means. What is the Kraken? How can it be related to election fraud and voter security? And why would Sidney Powell be mentioning it now? All right. So, in an interview last night, Lieutenant General McNerney explained that Kraken is his nickname for the 305th Military Intelligence Battalion at Fort. Oh God. Fort. I'm going to destroy this. I'm going to destroy it. Huachuca in Arizona? Maybe that's right. All right, Sidney Powell and the president have apparently worked in collaboration with this unit. There have been no footprints of the CIA, FBI, or DOJ on the investigative side of national security reviews of the 2020 U.S. presidential election, according to the interview. So, as a recap, what that's pretty much saying is that what's been going on has been operating independent of the CIA, the FBI, and the DOJ. Why? I think everybody watching this video knows why. Because all three of those people, I don't know about the DOJ in perspective. I think the DOJ is just, they're lackluster. I won't sit there and just call them completely fraudulent or in a position of being, acting against the president of the United States. I just think that they just suck. Okay, they acknowledge some things, but you don't ever see them. It's a whole lot of lip service coming out of the DOJ from what I see. Now the FBI and the CIA, completely different bowl of wax. Those dudes, I think they got a coup going on in there. I think the FBI, they do a whole lot of the turning the blind eye of a lot of things they see going on. And the CIA, I think the CIA, they just pulling strings. They are corrupt to the core. But the thing is, you can't be entirely surprised by that, because the CIA is one of those weird entities of the government where they're giving a lot of leeway to do a lot of weird shit in order to achieve their objective. It's almost as if the CIA is given free reign to do whatever's necessary to achieve their objectives and goals. Now, let me ask you, how long do you really think an organization that is given that type of freedom, unrestricted freedom, how long do you think they can travel down that road before they just start getting compromised as an organization? I think it's inevitable. When you tell an organization that, hey, we just need you to get this mission accomplished, use whatever resources are necessary, and the law doesn't really apply to you, you can do anything you want to get it done, just get it done. I would think that you would start developing a godlike complex at some point and start doing some things that are not in the best interest of the United States of America, maybe? I apologize. Work. Sorry. I told you guys, like, you guys already know. I'll try to do better, but when work freaking texts me and stuff like that, I gotta respond. I wish I could ignore it, but I can't. But anyways, so you know what I'm saying, right? So to me, it's no surprise that the CIA can't be trusted. They are compromised. They're compromised. They're all the way compromised. So it doesn't surprise me that the president is leaving the director of the CIA out of intelligence briefings and stuff like that. Because the president knows he can't trust anybody. But let's continue. All right, a superstar from Fort Huachuca. I probably slaughtered that, but I apologize. Who commanded the 111th Military Intelligence Brigade was General Michael Flynn. Notably, General Flynn received a full presidential pardon with innocence last week, ending a 4-year legal battle surrounding President Trump's transition. The timely pardon relieves General Flynn of any legal concerns in discussing matters of his case or his relationship with the White House that may have been related to his case. Excuse me. Gag orders or sensitive subjects commonly prevent those embroiled with legal matters to speak freely about them publicly. So, what I'm going to do, should I read a little bit more of this? Okay, I'll read a little bit more of this, okay? All right. Powerful case filings have been made in Georgia and Michigan, with various other swing states coming soon after. Allegations in the cases are substantial. Cases are taking form across the country that are likely to each find their way to the Supreme Court independently. Trump campaign attorney Rudy Giuliani has described the strategy of getting multiple cases to the SCOTUS to show mass impropriety with the handling of the election and the calculation of its results. Independently, cases filed by Sidney Powell and others are not affiliated with the Trump campaign and are riding on completely separate tracks from the campaign itself, like I said in the past, for different reasons, right? So one of them's talking about election fraud, one of them's talking about voter fraud. You know, they're handling it from two different angles, multiple angles of attack. They know what they're doing. All right. Within the case filings, are items that raise eyebrows. One such example is an affidavit out of Georgia where Sidney Powell includes expert witness Dr. David. I swear, they give me these damn names in here that I can't even pronounce. I feel so ignorant right now. I'm going to call him Dr. Naveed K. That's what I'm going to call him. We're going to Dr. Naveed K. He is an expert cybercrimes investigator and digital security executive who has worked with the CIA, the NSA, FBI, DIA, and U.S. military counterintelligence. Now, that's no drop in a bucket. If he worked with all these organizations, I'm pretty sure whatever he has to say is probably pretty credible. But guess what? The mainstream media won't talk about that now, will they? His sworn affidavit statement includes and describes the specialty tools named Hammer and Scorecard and have been alleged to have been used to alter vote counts in many elections for decades. Now, I don't want to read too much more into this. What I am going to do, however, I am going to link, because when I link the article, I can get to it. But when you try to pull it up in a search, it doesn't come up. I thought that was weird. So just for certainty reasons, I'm going to link in the description below, and I highly encourage you to read this article because it doesn't just freely come up. I had to dig. Like I was looking for something to make a video on. I had to dig and get this thing on. It's weird. Like I said, maybe it's user error. I don't know. I don't want to be too conspiracy theory about it. Now, what is this? This is from a ARMY.MIL website from September 1st, 2011. This is old. Kraken provides needed intelligence force protection at NIE. Now, I'm not even going to read this article, but I just wanted you to see the headline. I'm going to link this in the description below. And this is where my conspiracy theory part comes in, right? This is from the Army, right? So the Army came up with all this stuff in collaboration with some other organizations. And I think there's a reason. I'm looking at all these puzzle pieces coming together right now. There's a reason why General Flynn gets pardoned right now. There's a reason why the Secretary of Defense gets replaced by somebody else who is specialized in what they call it abnormal. What's it called? Is it unconventional abnormal warfare and intelligence? And then you got Michael Flynn's protege. I can't remember his name at the time. Wish I could have. Like that makes me look a little unprepared, but I think you know who I'm talking about. But you know what? Why would I do that to you guys? Why would I do that to you guys? Why would I do that to myself? Let's take a look. The Invisible Man. Ezra Cohen Watnick. That is the person I'm talking about. This is the person that answers directly to the new the now acting Secretary of Defense, and they have their own thing going on. So Ezra is in control of certain units of special forces, from what I understand, and he answers directly to the Secretary of Defense. So those special forces answer directly to Ezra. Ezra answers directly to the new Secretary of Defense. They don't have to communicate with the FBI, CIA, DI. They don't have to DOJ. They don't have to communicate with anybody. And then something tells me that now that General Flynn has been pardoned, that he's going to be put in a pivotal position. And I want to say that he's probably going to be above the Secretary of Defense, either laterally or over. And because Trump knows that Flynn was targeted for a reason. And that's a different video. General Flynn was onto something. And there was a reason that they wanted to get rid of him, because he not only was he a Trump loyalist, he was starting to see things that were not adding up and things that were being suspicious. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, again, please don't quote me on this, that he started uncovering questionable activity of the CIA. And he started calling it out. And they were like, hey, this guy knows too much. We got to get rid of this dude. So I'm going to try to go back and find my references on that. And this is the thing that I know I'm guilty of, guys. Like, I will read things and then I will put things and I'll commit it to memory. And I'll commit the cliff notes to memory, but I won't actually have the actual source committed to memory, and I won't document it like I'm supposed to. I'm bad. I'll try to get better. But from what I understand, that is the gist of it. General Flynn got caught up because he was catching wind of the CIA being caught up in some things that, that they shouldn't have been doing, and, they needed to get rid of him. But now Trump pardons him and brings him back. So what do you think that is? That sounds like a recipe for revenge to me. Because he knows, Trump says, I'm gonna get this guy, but I'm gonna pardon him, and I'm gonna put him somewhere. And has he been put anywhere yet? Not that I know of. But something tells me, intuition tells me, that Trump is going to appoint him a position, because he knows whatever position he puts that man at, that man is going to execute that job with so much motivation and probably some borderline hatred, that he's going to do everything in his power to make everybody pay for what he had to go through. It's perfect. It's a perfect plan. Like I said, Trump is smart. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. He said, I'm going to go get the guy that just, all I got to do, I don't even have to ask him. He's going to do it with pleasure. Nothing will make him happier than for me to appoint him in a position where he can seek revenge on everybody who fucked him over and made his life a living hell for the past 4 years. Sounds like a plan to me. But either way, so that link to the Army website is it's my theory that the Kraken system has been around for a very long time, and that they took this system, this Kraken system that they put together back in 2011 that they used for other reasons, for other intelligence reasons, and modified it to be something that they could use as a kind of like a counter spy intelligence type software. That's my theory. So read both articles, right? Read the Army article and then read this one up here that that doesn't seem to come up in the search engine, and let me know what you think. I think that's what we got going on, right? And none of this stuff, what's crazy is that none of this stuff is making it in the mainstream media. Doesn't want to talk about none of this stuff. They don't want to hear it. And what's crazy is that the regular citizens of the United States who are oblivious to a lot of the stuff that's going on right now, they're gonna be doing some head scratching when people just start turning up missing one day. Where is so and so? Locked up for treason. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, CNN didn't tell you? Well, now you know. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If this video seemed weird, I apologize. I apologize. I'm putting the links in the description below. Please read those two articles. I think there's a connection between the two. In this one article, the one on the top, that's a really good detailed article. It kind of really breaks down totally everything that's kind of going down with the election fraud piece going on with the electronic voting and all the manipulation and all of this stuff, right? And all the people involved in commandeering or seizing the servers over in Germany and stuff like that. How all that stuff started. And what's funny is if you read this Army article right here, this Army.com article, it kind of talks about the whole Kraken thing in Germany back in 2011. Like, it's just Germany seems to come up a lot. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I'm done. Like I said before. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. As always, take care of yourself. Be safe. Use your brain and think. Peace.